Welcome back. We're talking about insomnia, a sleep problem. And the exciting part about now is that you get to call in with your questions and your contributions. The number to call is 01-2206-842. 01-2206-842. Please call in with your question. We're still talking about sleep hygiene. Now, let's put it this way to be, really practical. Somebody comes to you and asks you, what should I do to sleep well? I have sleep problems. What would be your reply? I mean, barring any other complications.
Okay, well, number one, when a patient comes to me, I try to know exactly what kind of sleep problem the patient has. Then I'll go. But some general things that will apply. There are two things. We have the behavioral, adjustment and also the room adjustment. Number one, when you're going to sleep, we encourage the patient have a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed regularly and wake up regularly.
That means at the same time every day.
Single day, including
you cannot legislate when you wake up.
Well, but you can. When you have to sleep somewhere already, there's a lack of staying in bed. There's a poor sleep efficiency. So really, you're probably not waking up. You are trying to body please try and stay longer in bed asleep. So when you have that regular sleep schedule, your body needs to adjust. Number two, make sure you have a dark, quiet room. Because darkness actually tells an hormone in your brain that it's time to sleep.
That's that cue you were talking about.
Exactly. Darkness is a major thing. If you can't obtain darkness, you put in an eye guard or eye mask and all the rest. The noise too. If there isn't in overseas, there's something called the white noise. You can buy a machine that releases white noise to eliminate a form of noise.
What is white noise? Yeah, I read about white noise. Is that you just put music on?
White noise is
orchestra, this instrumental stuff.
It's just a machine that produces. You can't really.
Okay, the fan.
It's the machine that just device that does that.
Okay, so let's say I want to get white noise. What do I do?
I said as a doctor will tell you what to do, how you to produce this white noise.
When we see you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what else do we
do? Also number two, now we talk about sleep efficiency. Now when you're in bed and you're trying to sleep, number one, if within 30 minutes, 45 minutes maximum, you've not gotten to sleep yet.
It looks like we have a call. Hello.
Okay.
That's Clement calling from Abuja. Clement, let's have a question.
Hello.
We can hear you, Clement. Go on.
Okay, I'm calling from Abuja. So I want to ask the doctor. So what is the really cause of the insomnia? What is the cause?
Okay, the doctor has already gone over that before, but maybe just really quickly.
Yes, so many things: behavioral, lifestyle, diets, majorly.
So things you do, things you eat, things you think about.
Exactly. Those three things affect. They are the causative factors for insomnia.
So let's quickly finish up with the hygiene,
yes.
And then we'll go back to chronic sleep. We didn't talk much about chronic sleep problems.
So when you're in bed, you can't sleep for 30 to 40 minutes. You stand up and go out of the room. The reason being that you don't want to develop what I call negative associations with sleep and bed, because one of the problems with psychosomatic is that once you're in bed, you get aggravated. It's not increased anxiety. I can't sleep. You start looking at the clock and start counting. Those are things that actually worsen sleep. So you do that. Then we have what we call sleep restriction. If you have problem with insomnia at night, avoid taking a nap during the day. That's a major rule.
Okay, so that you can store up your sleep for the right time.
Exactly, yes. Then, of course, now comes to diet. Avoid anything that contains caffeine. Talking about tea, cola, chocolate, coffee, all those things. Then medications too, you can talk to your physician and how to adjust, because we have bronchodilators like theophylline.
There are lots of things people sell over the counter, that they say help you sleep. Are those
medicines? So everybody's giving suggestions to you, but some are actually true. There's a herb in the US called chamomile. It actually helps in sleep.
They have them in tea too.
Exactly.
We are getting a call.
Okay.
Let's just take this call. Hello. Mirani KG. We can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah. Your question, please.
Yeah, it's from Iporu.
Can you go on with the question?
I wanted to have insomnia.
Can you go over that again?
I was the meaning of insomnia.
Okay.
And what are the causes?
Okay. Thank you. We've done causes, but let's have the meaning.
Meaning definition. Okay, insomnia is repeated difficulty obtaining the adequate amount of sleep despite adequate conditions and time available for it. So there's a problem with initiation, maintenance, quality, and consolidation.
Even though all the conditions for sleeping are perfect,
They have to be there.
this person cannot sleep.
Cannot sleep. The means the person has insomnia. So come out quality, consolidation, maintenance, initiation, and duration.
Okay, since MKG is asking about causes, let's quickly go on to chronic sleep.
Yeah.
You know, this is the sleep that does not get, the sleep problem that does not get resolved after a long period of
Yes.
time. This person has had it for years. What causes it and how is it addressed?
Okay, well, one of the things we realize is what they call cognitive processes. When I mean cognitive process, your brain processing. Many times, many people don't know how to balance worry-prone attitudes. So at night when they're supposed to go to bed to sleep, their brain is busy processing things. As an attitude, your body has learned that. But I said basic causes too.
I'd like you to just quickly look at the screen. Something has come up. We are looking at, these look like complications of insomnia. We have that, right?
Yes, we do.
Things like being too fat, obesity,
Yes,
high
yes.
blood pressure.
Oh, yes.
So this, what we are looking at a very serious problem here.
Yes, we
But
are.
in your opinion, how many people, or how good is the realization of people that there are sleep problems in the society? Do you get a lot of clientele for sleep?
Yeah, we don't get a lot of people complain. But now coming to sit down with the doctor is a problem, or staying to follow the doctor, for the treatment can be an issue, because insomnia requires, it's not a one-day approach. It's a gradual approach.
Because we're talking about, a lot of non-communicable diseases here, and there's a lot of hue and cry over that now.
Yes.
Hello, we have a phone call. Hello, Bolahon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bolahon. Please, let's have your question.
Yeah, please, I've been on this insomnia for as far as 2006. Confess, very chronic. Please, I need to ask doctor a question. If probably I can get this number, then I can say because my kids so serious. I've been on it as far as 2006, and I've been to hospital. I've taken so many drugs. So it's complicated. So maybe I'm a specialist for the first time. I don't know how I can get this number so that I can reach the doctor.
Thanks, Bolahon, for that contribution. The number will be available to you after the show. I'm sure you'll be able to speak with the doctor. So here we go with chronic insomnia and complications.
Yes.
So when the person has had this insomnia for very long, these are the things that can actually result?
Yes, definitely.
That simply means that this is a whole new approach to non-communicable diseases here.
Yes.
That is huge.
Yeah, the truth is this, is the subspecialty of sleep disorders is actually a very new field. So that's why you have a lot of people, they know they have these problems, but they don't understand the A to Z, or where to start and where to stop with it. So it's explaining what different.
What would be the rules of taking fluids before sleep?
Well, we really don't have a lot of rules per se, but now depends if you are someone. Now, insomnia problem with disorganized sleep, when sleep is broken into a lot of segments, your body tends to pass more urine. We really wanted to stop taking water because water is very necessary. But for children, we can do what it starts when they have problem with bedwetting. We can do fluid restriction.
That's for children.
Yeah, for adults, we really don't want to encourage that. Because your body, naturally, if when you are asleep, there's a hormone that's released in your body that controls the urge to produce more urine.
Okay.
Really. So it's the sleep problem is actually causing more of the excess urination. And so if you correct the sleep problem, you correct some of this problem in bedwetting.
For a woman, does the use of contraception have any role to play in disturbance of sleep?
Okay, well, it's comme ça. Progesterone is known to have a cardiogenic effect on the body, so it helps in some ways it actually helps some of the muscles. So maybe insomnia associated with sleep apnea. It actually helps control the muscles to make them stabilize.
So it makes sleep better.
And it comes out. So we can't say it does this, it does that. So we just keep quiet and let that. But I say progesterone as an example, one of the components of contraceptives, actually helps in the form of sleep. Not in every form of sleep. So, but for insomnia, where consequences are not so much sleep.
So really, the way it's been, the discussion has been going on, it's like every individual is different.
Very different. That's the truth. Very, very. The sleep requirements for every person is very, very individualistic.
Okay. Just finally, before we go, I'd like you to tell the viewers what to watch out for in themselves that should bring them to come and see a sleep doctor.
Okay.
What should be the pointers?
Okay, number one, I'll start with prevention. If you know you still having insomnia at a very early age, then that means you are predisposed to having this in the future, or you have any family member that has this problem, you are supposed to having it. So one of the major ways is like you have to start knowing about sleep hygiene to control these factors, these perpetuating factors that make it chronic.
That's before they get to you.
Yeah,
but what should they be seeing that should alert them that, look, I've got to go see?
I'm sure they know already. They know they have problem with sleep, but they start affecting their daytime attitude, work, and all of the rest. They start things affects their lifestyle. They are unnecessarily tired. They are forgetting things. They have what they call retrograde amnesia. They are irritable unnecessarily. In the elderly, they fall. A host of reasons it can manifest in different ways. But they know that there's something problem with sleep. If some wake up with headache, they are just foggy. So definitely they know that there's a problem with insomnia, and we advise them to seek help.
On that note, we'll have to close the show. We've run out of time. Thank you so much for coming. Yes. Thank you so much. Thanks for being with us. I'm sure this has touched you or someone else. Have a great day. I'm Mary Alale Yusuf.